Hello everyone, this is RoboJake speaking. I've created this video as an extension of the Google Earth project. I already have another file saved without my commentary. I just figured I'd make this to give you a more in-depth scoop on the project that I created and that I did. So I chose Chaffey High School. As you can see, we're situated directly above Chaffey High School. Chaffey High School is in Ontario, and it's about 15-20 minutes east of ULV. So that's just to kind of give you a an idea of where this school is located. So I'm going to show you a few places and just talk about them briefly, just to help you guys better understand where my students, or where the students at Chaffey High School, find themselves on a regular basis. And so we're situated above Chaffey High School right now, and I want to show you something really quick before we actually start going to these places. Chaffey High School is located less than a mile south of the 10 freeway, which you see right here. And I'm pointing this out because this has really changed the dynamics of the population that you find at Chaffey High School. Chaffey High School has been around since the turn of the century. It's a really old school. It's probably one of the oldest schools in the area. And back in the day, I've talked to some people who went to Chaffey High School when they were growing up, who are now teachers at Chaffey High School. And back in the day, everyone in this area, everyone in Upland, which is just north of the 10 freeway, this is kind of the border between Upland and Ontario. Everyone in this area, though, back in the day, went to Chaffey High School. This was the high school to go to. And after Upland High School was built, which is, no more than a few miles above Chaffey High School, we got Upland High School right here. After Upland was built, everyone who went to school above the 10 freeway, which is where I showed you, went to Upland High School. And anyone south of Chaffey, or anyone south of the 10 freeway, went to Chaffey High School. And ever since Upland High School was built, it's really changed the dynamics of the people you find at Chaffey, and it's really changed the dynamics of the whole area in general. So that's something I think is really important to sort of understand. There's this freeway that creates almost a barrier between the student population at Chaffey and at Upland High School. So the first place that we're going to take a look at is the Family Community Library. I chose this place because it's literally located in the heart of downtown Ontario. Downtown Ontario, if you follow this street, which is Euclid right here, if you follow the street and you'll get to the community library. And I chose this place because it's essentially the heart of downtown Ontario. A lot of kids who go to Chaffey High School find themselves here on weekdays or even weeknights. They have a ton of educational resources located at the library, a lot of cultural resources. They do a lot of cultural events. And then they have entertainment here. Since it's the heart of downtown Ontario, they have street fairs and things like that located in this area. So that's one place that students find themselves during the day and even in the evening. And located just south of the community library, we have the Center Ice Arena, which is a recreational area that students find themselves at. Hockey's becoming a really big thing in Southern California, and the Center Ice Arena offers a pretty unique place for students to go, because hockey is getting pretty big here. It's right down the street from the high school, and even if you don't play hockey, kids go ice skating here and stuff like that. So I guess you could say it's kind of like a cool little spot to take dates and stuff like that. And like I said, hockey's getting so big. Located just east of the high school, a few miles away, it's still located in Ontario. We have the Citizens Bank Arena, which hosts, which is the home of a minor league hockey team, and so there's a hockey team that plays here, and this is also a place where they have shows, exhibits. It's a pretty big place in Ontario, and it offers tons of entertainment for students, and it's really not that far away from the school. Like I said, it's just a few miles east. So we're gonna travel over to De Anza Park. De Anza Park is like a park. It's located just southwest of Chaffey High School, and this place is kind of cool for students to go because it offers places for recreation sports. As you can see, these fields, there's like a softball field right here. Kids play soccer. There's also a gym here too, basketball courts, and so it's kind of just a little local hub for students to play, and it's located in Ontario still. It's just a little local spot for students to spend their time when they're not doing homework. I hear kids talking about playing soccer here sometimes, so that looks trippy. Anyway, it's just a little local spot for students to enjoy their rec time, their free time at. There we go. That's what I wanted. This thing gets you so dizzy sometimes. Okay, now we're gonna go. That's the Upland Skate Park. We're gonna go to John Galvin Park, actually. So John Galvin Park is a lot like De Anza Park. It's a little bigger, actually. Like I said, there's other recreational options here. You have a tennis court right here. You have baseball. You have baseball diamonds here. Actually, when I was growing up, played Little League, a few games here. There's basketball courts, and I chose another park, especially John Galvin Park, because although it is a park and it has some nice facilities, this project is centered around understanding the area and how students see it at our school, at our any given school. And John Galvin Park actually kind of has a negative like connotation attached to it. I never hear kids talking about the recreational facilities here themselves. I hear kids talking about kind of the bad influences that you may find at this park. This park's kind of known in the area to have gang-related activity, drug-related activity, sort of sometimes during the day, but more so, in the evening. So this is a park that's located in Ontario, and like I said, although it offers nice places to, have recreation time, students kind of, from what I hear, keep themselves away from it, especially at nighttime, because you can kind of get yourself into trouble if you find yourself around here. So I thought that was important to note in this presentation. So, like I was talking about earlier, Upland High School, Chaffey High School, they're located in close proximity. And Chaffey High School is less than a mile away from Upland. So we're going to take a trip over to Upland because although the 10 freeway is sort of a barrier between Upland and Ontario, students from Chaffey High School are so close to Upland that they do find themselves, students do find themselves doing things in Upland. So we're going to go over to downtown Upland, which is just north of the 10 freeway. And we're going to take a look at downtown Upland. Much like I was talking about with downtown Ontario, downtown Upland offers a lot of the same features. You have the town hall. What is up with this thing? There we go. Yeah, the town, city hall, and then they have a local street fair here. So there's entertainment here at night, and there's educational resources. And just one quick thing, before Upland was even a city, it was technically part of Ontario, and that's why Chaffey has been around longer than Upland High School has been. Um, so that's why you find downtown Upland so close to downtown Ontario, is because uh, before the turn of the century, Upland was technically part of Ontario, and so yeah, downtown Upland students from Chaffey High School come here sometimes. They have a local street fair, and they have educational resources. And then just south of downtown Ontario, there's a climbing gym called Hangar 18, and it's kind of a local hotspot because it's a pretty rock climbing sort of a unique rock climbing is sort of a unique sport to be involved in, and so students come here when they're kind of trying to, get themselves into something new and interesting. I hear kids talking about climbing here all the time. I myself climb here every once in a while. It's a really cool little spot. Uh, and so, yeah, and I've also heard from students that at one point that certain physical education classes allowed students to come here and receive credit. So rock climbing is kind of a unique and interesting place, and it's very, very close to Chaffey High School. There's a 10 freeway again, like I was mentioning, and then Chaffey High School is right here, so it's really close. In terms of every high school student goes to the mall, so the local mall around here is the Montclair Plaza, which is just west of Chaffey High School. No one calls it the Montclair Plaza. Everyone calls it the Montclair Mall. Um, it's been around for forever, and it is just a bunch of shops. It's just a big shopping center, and there's some food vendors located on the outskirts of the Montclair Plaza. So students who want to shop for clothes or just walk around and have fun come to the Montclair Plaza. And just east of the Montclair Plaza, this is where the students go to the movies. The movies are another big thing for any student. We all remember from our own high school days. When you want to go to the movies, you find the most local spot possible. And so we have Edwards Cinema Theaters right here. And what's cool about Edwards Cinema Theaters is it's literally within walking distance of Chaffey High School. It wouldn't take a student more than 10 minutes to walk from campus over to the movie theater. So this is a hub for students to come and entertain themselves. And we're kind of nearing the end of the tour. Another sort of place students go is Ontario Mills, and Ontario Mills is right next to the Citizens Bank Arena that I mentioned earlier. It's right by the hockey center, and Ontario Mills is probably about twice the size of the Montclair Plaza. It's just a huge mall, and it's been around for a while, so students know about it. And the unique thing about Ontario Mills is if students want to go to the mall and they want to go to the movies, Ontario Mills offers both of those options. You can walk around, go to the mall. You can also go to the movies. So Ontario Mills is a huge spot. I do hear students though kind of mention that Ontario Mills can be kind of, for lack of a better word, ghetto. Here's some movie theaters. It's kind of located in the heart of Ontario and compared to the Montclair Mall, I hear students kind of talking about how Ontario Mills has a tendency to have, fights break out. I've heard stories of people, getting into trouble in parking lots and stuff like that. So, although Ontario Mills offers a lot of entertainment and students still go there, I hear, some negative feedback about it at times. So, it's one thing that students are definitely certainly aware of. So, it's important to keep track of. We're going to head back over to Upland for the end of this tour. The Upland Metrolink station is literally, it sits right on downtown Upland. It's just south of the heart of downtown Upland, so that, it's super close to, here's a 10 freeway, it's super close to Chaffey High School, which is right here. What's cool about the Upland Metrolink station, I've heard students mention that if you take a train from the Upland Metrolink and you head west, and you take it all the way as far as the train will go, you end up in downtown LA. And so I've heard students mention that at times and on weekends they'll, it's a cheap and inexpensive way to get yourself, to transport yourself over to LA. And we all know that LA has, tons of educational entertainment options for anyone, really. It doesn't matter the age. But I hear that students from Chaffey High School time to time will head out to LA with their friends for the day. It's cheap, and if you're underage and you can't drive or anything like that yet, it's definitely an option for students. The very last stop is the Upland Skate Park. And the Upland Skate Park has been around for probably the last 10 years or so. And skating has become huge since the 80s, and the skate park is a really popular place to hang out. I hear students saying that they skate all the time. Skating's a very popular culture, but the Upland Skate Park is also just a place for students to hang out. And so Google Earth's not doing a very good job of turning this into the street view, but it's a pretty cool little skate park. So anyway, that does conclude my tour of the area surrounding Chaffey High School. Just one last thing to mention. As you saw, we were kind of going back and forth between Upland, but that's just like a huge factor in this area for students attending Chaffey High School. They're so close in proximity that it really makes for unique dynamics, of the school and the student population. So there's tons of stuff that